Welcome back to Secret Base Trainer for another look at what is happening in the world of Pokemon. In this episode, we discuss some of the hottest new releases you don't know about, a PSA lawsuit, announce our giveaway winners, and more.
Yeah, where do we start?
Yeah, well, first of all, very quickly, we do have two open giveaways. We promised that they were going to be announced at the end of the month, and it is now the end of April. So later in the video, we'll be doing drawings for those two giveaways. All right, so first of all, May 22nd, we have the next Japanese set, Abyss Eye, announced. And this is interesting because it's a dark-themed set. So some people say Obsidian Flames in 2023 was a dark set because it had the Terrestrial Dark Charizard, but it was a Charizard set. Before that, in 2020, we had Darkness Ablaze, which in Japan was Mugen Zone. It focused on Mugen Daina, this legendary Pokemon from Sword and Shield. That was the last true dark set. And then before that, we're talking 2012. So, very occasionally we'll get a dark theme set. And this is focusing on Darkrai, Mega Darkrai specifically. You got a Mega for the Legends ZA game. And we're going to talk about this with Alex Cook in a later state of the game, but that's coming out on May 22nd. I currently have applied for 16 lotteries. I don't know what's going to go with that. Again, I think the last time I was counting was back in 2025. We were talking Team Rocket, and I did something like 50 lotteries, and that didn't go well.
Yeah, this will probably be in an English set. Well, it's Chaos Rising, and then, this will probably be in the summer for us.
Yeah, I think I heard the name is Pitch Black, which is it's not as dynamic as a lot of the English set names are, but apparently it's Pitch Black. Okay, so it sounds like English is going to be focusing on dark types as well.
Yeah. Some of the English sets, some of the names are pretty interesting this year.
Yeah, there's some fun stuff. Yeah, it's markedly different than a lot of the Japanese sets.
If there's better chase cards than what did you just have released? Ninja Spinner. Ninja Spinner is that I kind of like that the English combine a bunch because then you get more value in two combined sets. Like some of the Japanese sets, like Ninja Spinner. When I look at the chase cards, I'm like, wow, there's not much there.
Right now, it's just Greninja. And I think I'm missing two cards from the set, homie. I have completed everything. I'm missing the two Greninjas. And I think Greninja right now, I've seen the price fluctuating quite a lot.
Yeah.
It's the lowest I've seen recently. We're talking 120,000 yen. So $900, $850 in US. And then even more in a lot of other places. Some card shops are trying to...
I'm sure that's going to go way down.
Towards 200,000. Yeah, hopefully. Because I'm not paying that.
Go down. No, that's got to go down.
But it's the gold card, and then the SAR is what, 60,000?
Yeah. 60,000. I just think things are inflated.
Well, we're doing some topics. I want to open a couple packs. Do you prefer the Munikis Zero, the Zygarde, the green set? Do you prefer some Mega Brave? Or Mega Symphonia? Which do you prefer? I'll give you a choice. I'm gonna open probably 10 of one. Which do you prefer?
I'd like the Lucario. Go with the Lucario. Mega.
Okay, we'll do 10 of Mega Brave. That's a rough set as well. This is the reprint week, homie. If you were here, we have Golden Week in Japan, so it's a week of holidays, and apparently a lot of the card shops are going to be getting restocks. Mega Brave, Mega Symphonia, the Start Deck 100, which I've only been able to get 3 of thus far. It retails for 841 yen, and they're going on secondary for 4,000 plus. All right, so next topic, 30th anniversary celebrations are underway. I know that the US has gotten some basic 30th products thus far, some starter Pokemon things. I'll go in Japan, we're not getting much thus far, especially card related. But South Korea has announced some things. This is their Mega Festa 2026, part of their 30th anniversary celebrations. They're going to have a special promo card. If you remember early in the year, we may have talked about this on one of our roundups. They had some promo images with Magikarp, and I speculated maybe they were going to be giving it extra love. And it turns out that's the case. It looks like this is probably going to be a South Korea only promo card, exclusive art, Magikarp. I think the last time they did this, they did one for, I believe it was a Lapras, and a Ditto. They did a promo card a year or two ago now, and that was a couple $100. So it's likely this is going to end up the same way. But this is part of a Pokemon Go tie-in, which is also itself tied into MegaFest for the 30th anniversary.
Interesting. Yeah, it's just so hard to keep up with Chinese and Korean. I just take a pass on it. I mean, some Chinese I've one seal product, but and I just take a pass on that stuff.
Yep,
China too much to collect.
Yeah, mainland China is hard. If you were talking about other East Asian regions, a lot of that stuff makes its way to English in different products.
Yeah.
Simplified Chinese is a monster. They're having sets that have exclusive alternate art cards. South Korea is relatively good. Occasionally they'll get an exclusive promo, but the mainland China is hot and heavy. That's a big market. There's a lot of interest. So this is thankfully, for me, if we're talking once a year, there's a South Korean promo card. Oh, a little bit of a Marshadow AR there. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. If it's just a promo card once in a while, I'm good with South Korea. Okay, and since you were mentioning China, the Wave 2 of the card figure illustration line has been announced for China. This is actually pretty interesting. It takes cards from some previous sets. So this is the current wave. There might be a secret one as well in this. They're very well made, cute figures. And if you have a particular Pokemon you're a fan of, you get one of these, maybe you're excited about it. When I first saw this, I thought it's an interesting product. There are new cards. There's no special marking or anything to it. What is interesting about this for me, though, Wave 1 made itself, it's way to Japan. We got a Japanese version. So I'm expecting that this is going to come to Japan as well. Not a figure collector. I don't like to display a lot of things like this of this nature.
Yeah.
But we're probably going to get this in Japan as well. I don't think other markets beyond China and Japan have gotten this, but this is coming.
Yeah. Yeah. Also not a big figure collector, but yeah, some of these cards I'm sure will make their way over. In the latest PSA news, have you heard about the latest lawsuit or potential lawsuit? I'm not sure. It's hard to find the news on this, but did you hear about the antitrust lawsuit?
No, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear anything about PSA ever again, please.
Yeah, so there has been a filing against Collector Holdings, which that's the parent company that owns everything PSA, SGC, Beckett, all the ones that they've acquired. And yeah, so similar to tech companies buying up all the competition, which they can get flagged for antitrust, this seems like this is happening. Again, it's hard to find the right news for it. Not everyone's covering it, so I'm still on the fence of how legit this is and if it actually comes to light, or if it's just a filing and doesn't actually turn into a real case. I don't know all the legal stuff with this, but yeah, I think I did say a while ago, like, you can't just keep buying up all the competition. There is rules against that.
Yeah. Sure.
So yeah, I'm not sure how this will play out. But yeah, I think this might come to a head, and they might have to break up these companies at some point.
Sure. This is on my mind when we were talking about it originally when they acquired Beckett. What was Beckett number 3 then? Yeah. That's a pretty big acquisition. 1 takes 3. The market's looking much more restrictive then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wanted to chat a little bit about Ascended Heroes.
Ooh, okay.
So I finally got my bundle box.
Yes.
And actually, like, it seems like so many people were waiting for these. These were delayed.
Okay.
I don't know what happened with the printer, but there was one wave, and then there was a second wave that was super delayed. Okay. So it eventually came, and so a lot of people are getting their hands on the bundles, as you see.
Oh, cool, nice.
And I don't have a scales, or maybe there is a small scale somewhere.
Okay.
there is some rumblings that all of these can be weighed.
Oh no.
And by weight, apparently they're all around the same weight, minus the heavy ones.
Okay,
And
sure.
the heavy ones are indicating God packs.
Oh, nice.
And-
Okay. Kind of.
And some either a God pack or some potential hits with the heavier cards.
Yep.
So there's PokeTubers and stuff. They're saying, I'm not going to buy any of these off any vendor, any show, or any shop because they can all be weighed.
Yeah.
And there's a certain weight. It's 5 something grams or whatever I was looking at. And I watched someone open a heavier box, and it is true that there's hits in a heavier box. Now I know some of that could be done with packs,
Yeah.
particularly in Japan too. So I don't know if this has happened before with like these bundle cases. Like they're not big. They're a booster bundle. There's 6 packs inside, so we might have a lot of controversy with these. It might come to a point that you see these online for sale, and it's just going to be a little thing saying heavy. And people will sell the heavier ones for way more. I might weigh them for the fun of it.
Yeah, you should.
It's not something I've been doing, but I think I might do it just for fun to see like if they're all exactly equal weight, and if this is actually true that there's a lot of these bundles now with a heavier weight with hits.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be pretty crazy if that goes around and people are selling heavier bundles. That's just gonna be wild.
Yeah, it sounds like you can't expect the best-selling franchise of all time to avoid those things. It's just unavoidable, apparently.
Yeah, apparently it's unavoidable.
Beyond every.
Even put some filler cards in everything to just distribute the weight.
And that has been done with some things. Some of the I believe it's the code cards maybe, or oftentimes
the code cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
I don't
possible,
know.
bro.
I'm gonna wait them and see what happens.
Yeah.
But happy that they arrived finally.
Yeah, that's great. Finally. Okay, so this is from a week or two ago. This made its way on social media, and I thought this was interesting enough, particularly because I have about 30 years now of Pokemon experience under my belt, and I've always wanted to play. When I get the chance, I like to play. We of course do our segment with Alex Cook, State of the Game, and going forward, Lord willing, I want to be able to enjoy the playing aspect of the game even more. But this was interesting because it's indicative both of, unfortunately, what the state of the game is, and also what is happening with the Pokémon Company as a whole. This came from the Orlando Regionals in the beginning of April. So the gentleman on screen, he won the game, and by drawing this final card, and before finishing the game, he got the win condition by pulling this card here, and see, he pulls off his headset, and he gets up without finishing out the game, and he puts his headset down and begins celebrating. And Pokemon is notorious for being sticklers about behavior during competitive matches. This is for the video game series, the card game, Pokemon Go. The same tournament, we had an issue with a Pokemon Go player who won and celebrated.
Couldn't see from that angle. I just saw the headset going down.
Yeah. So what happened is he pulls a card and he understands this is a win condition, and he puts his headset down on the table there, and he gets up and he fist pumps. He doesn't say anything to his opponent, and he got disqualified for this.
Cool.
And the judges at the time said it was unsportsmanlike behavior. There was no NFL end zone celebration type of thing, or speaking to his own opponent whatsoever. Actually, after the match finishes, he was very gracious. But he got disqualified for this, and then Pokemon put out this statement. This is a statement from Play Pokemon directly. They said there were 2 instances of penalties. Again, one was for Pokemon Go. This had a lot of controversy, but one was for the TCG Swiss Round 13 match. And they say here the tournament headphones were removed and thrown onto the table on top of cards and damage counters, putting the TCG game state in disarray before additional actions could be taken to complete the game. So he got up and celebrated before completing the game. You have to handshake and you have to actually make the play, and then your opponent actually has to sign her signature for the game to be done. So the opponent didn't sign, he didn't complete the thing before celebrating, and he got disqualified as a result. So he won, and he would have gone on to compete in the later rounds, but he didn't because of this. And they got called out for this on social media. He draws his hand, he gets the hyper ball there, do the win state. Did he throw his headphones on the table or put the card in a state of in a state of disarray?
I mean, it's not disarray. I mean, the table's not flipped, and it's not, there's not like chaos going on. But to his opponent, like the opponent can't see exactly. I mean, they can see the card, but he pulls it so quick, and then drops the card and then drops the headphones. I guess it's like sportsmanship behavior.
Yeah.
Like if this happened in a game of chess, I could see you being disqualified.
Yeah.
But it's not chess. It's a card game. Pretty harsh. I mean, at least get a warning. Certainly not disarray. And it's a game, so you should be able to celebrate. I don't know. It's probably Pokemon being Pokemon.
Yeah, it was. And this is, I was trying to rationalize this, and I want to ask Alex Cook, when we do the state of the game, his thoughts. But this is ultimately, I would say this is likely a Japanese influence. Japan is much more inclined to not be celebratory during events like this. And I was thinking there are parallels with other sports. I mean, the code of conduct between sports, be it tennis or basketball or baseball, like you said, chess, different games like that is very different. Even within card games, it's very different. And ultimately, for better or worse, this is still the play decisions are largely made on the Japan side. So they're trying to keep everyone quiet. You don't celebrate at all. You keep your mouth shut and your head down, and you shake hands and scurry off the stage as quickly as possible.
But it's all good for them to pay Hollywood celebrities
to be obnoxious and ridiculous,
and get them to spout nonsense. Like where do you draw the line?
And that's kind of the thing that's been on social media. His opponent actually is kind of a fan favorite. She's a woman, and she has a following as a result of that. The opponent, a lot of people didn't like his behavior. A lot of players have been conditioned to believe that Pokemon Company's stance is the norm. And like you said, it's very different across other parts of the Pokemon franchise. For this, they want the competitive side to be very subdued and quiet. And it's really not one way or the other. Some people think it's absolutely a fine ruling. Some people abhor it. But most people are saying this is probably not good for the game itself. This is the biggest franchise in the history of the world. And it, for all intents and purposes, is a very restricting, very, in a lot of senses, dead competitive scene. It's just worlds apart from what the rest of the franchise is, which is unfortunate. It should be this big, massive event filling arenas, and
it's kind of an identity crisis. Like, it's not taking place in Japan under certain, rules of engagement. It's a global game. It's just odd. It's just like an identity crisis. 1 minute Pokemon want to do this, and then the next minute, or they want to hire people who are like this, and then they want to have events that are, hey, just be quiet. And then they're making a big splash about these events, and it doesn't match the energy of the whole competition. Like, it's a competition at the end of the day. Do you see how people win Fortnite competitions? They go nuts. They like get $1 million and they go nuts. They break the screen. They do whatever they want. It's like, if you're playing Pokemon, I don't know what I know the ultimate prizes are things with Pokemon, but it's a competitive game. If they had to use the word like unsportsmanship, he has a warning. We'd like players to celebrate after the things are signed off, but it's just in the moment. And if you do that, it's like sport now with all these video rules. So some team will score a goal and then they celebrate like crazy, and then the video assistant is like, no, that was offside, and it takes away all that celebration and the moment from the fans and everyone else. And it's so this is in real time, like you celebrate in real time.
And astute observers have pointed this out, and you and I have said this comparing to other hobbies. The people who are in Pokemon generally are very different than the people who are in Star Wars. The caliber of character is quite different. And like I'll watch like Magic the Gathering, or it's a dead card game now, but there's still a community of Star Wars CCG players, and it's very different. A lot of the people who are in Pokemon Homie, like if this were the scalper community doing competitive, we'd have the Fortnite celebrations. That would be much more entertaining to watch. But within Pokemon, you have a very distinct group of people who are in the card game, and you might say very sensitive and maybe not as socially inclined as other people. And so for people maybe to get excited in a moment and have some unusual behavior, that should be expected. So that's the end of this week's episode. Before we go, people have been waiting. We had a Mail Day #2 video a couple weeks ago, and I promised we were going to do some card giveaways, actually a double. 2 winners were going to receive a set of cards apiece. Liking the video, following Secret Base Trainer, and commenting in the video. These 2 sets, 6 cards apiece from recent sets. We had 3 entries. Let's draw that first. And this is for 2 sets of cards, so we'll have 2 winners for this video. Here we go. That's long. Okay, first winner is Jim. All right, congratulations. You're the first winner of 2. Our second winner is looks like it's Hemi 1937. Okay. So I hope you enjoy that. We'll reach out to you in your original comment on the video to let you know how to get those cards. Okay. And then a couple weeks ago, we had an Ascended Heroes video. A very generous viewer said, I got some English Ascended Heroes I want you to open on stream. Don't need to shout me out, but I think it'd be fun for you to open an ETB. So we promised a giveaway for that, and we had several commenters. And as always, you guys, giveaways, subscribe to Secret Base Trainer, like the video, comment. Shipping is always on us. We're never going to charge you shipping or any weird stipulations. Just tell us how to get them to you, the address you prefer, and we'll get them on to you. It's all we cover all the costs. It's on our dime. And finally, the Ascended Heroes ETB opening and giveaway. There are 5 entrants for that. The giveaway cards include several of the shinier ones that we open from the box, as well as a Pikachu. That's one of the StarTech 100 art Pikachus. And then the sealed ends Zekrom promo. And the code card is still active if you want it. So let's draw for that. Who is that? Richmond 1. Okay, congratulations.
Very Richmond.
Yes, very Richmond, yes. And a competitive card. Alex Cook said that that's a very competitive card going to be going forward.
All right, then I guess we'll leave it there for this week's roundup. Good show, good rip, and there's a Mega AR for everyone.
I just noticed there's a Pikachu. I pulled multiple ones in here. There's a Pikachu. This is a Pikachu card, y'all.
Yeah, so we'll see everyone on the next one.
Secret Base Trainer.
Yes. Secret Base Trainer.